This is going to be my review on the Omega Crime Guard. It's the 830i7, which replaces the 830i6. This is the Crime Guard line, which is the top of the line. They have, of course, their Excalibur, K9, and Freedom lines, but Crime Guard is a big dog. This is the best that they have to offer. And boy, let me tell you, this alarm is amazing. I honestly cannot imagine why anybody who is going to go out and buy themselves a two-way alarm remote start system would not buy this brand. And if you've seen my other reviews, I'm quick to bash just about anything. I've been in this business a long time. This is not my first rodeo. But I got to tell you, man, Omega just keeps getting better and better. They just up their game to the umpteenth level. I mean, I just looked over like at this new Viper alarm, and I got to tell you that comparably dollar for dollar, to go out and buy yourself something like this for under 125 bucks compared to what some company like them charge for like $250 to $300 for an ugly looking thing with no tech support, a crappy warranty, man, what are you thinking? Get yourself the i7, man. Now, I don't even know where to even start. You got the Psycho Siren, which sounds like two sirens in one. It's got a loop right there, so you can cut it down. You can do a soft chirp. You can do a chirp delete right through the transmitter if you don't want to be noisy when you come home late at night. Look at those remotes. Gorgeous. You get a carbon fiber two-way, 6 channels, even the companion remote. Look at this. Look at the quality. I mean, sure, it's got pretty lights, which helps, but man, that is nice. Get a look at that. Nice. And this works with their telematics, their system, which works with the iPhone, the Blackberries. Again, comparing it to apples to everything else on the market, to spend $250 to $300, this one is already $100 ahead of the game. Comes with a free battery backup. That's an option on any other alarm I've ever seen. You know, the typical stuff, manuals, installation guide. This company actually gives you free tech support online, wiring diagrams, a real over-the-counter exchange warranty, which is not through the dealer, not through the person you bought it from, right from the manufacturer. They have an 800 number, which actually works. There are live human beings there to actually help you. Dual zone shock sensor. They come with a nice hood pin, hardware too. The antenna, look how nice and small. That's the Echo antenna. It's got 2 LEDs. These are multicolor LEDs. They flash different colors for different functions of the system. Program switch, value switch right there. All in one, nice antenna. Very well thought of. I mean, come on. I mean, what more can you ask for? You don't have to plug in your value switch, your LED switch, your antenna switch. One cable does it all, one shot. The main module, small, compact. Lots of ways to mount it. All solid state inside there. All the relays are built in. They actually give you the relays for the horn honk, for the lights. You can do positive, negative. You can configure auxiliary functions into extra channels for latching, momentary, you name it, it has it. Right on the back, it's blade compatible, which you could use their Omega Link brand. You could use the CompuStar if you want. It's the same stuff. It's got a configurable port, which you can use for either iData Link or Flash Logic, because of course Omega and AudioVox are one and the same these days. I mean, wow, beautiful. Even right down to the quality. Look at even the cables of wire. When you look at the wire, it's real wire. It's all copper, pure copper. Hard to find these days. Comes with a pre-wired starter disable circuit. All the extra harnesses and goodies you could ever ask for. Some of the functions it has are, sorry for the disruption. So some of those features I wanted to go over. I mean, this is a long list, but I'm going to break it down to you in ways that you can, or anybody can really understand. You got secure code, which is the ATV feature, which is no one else has. And what ATV means is automatic transmitter verification. So if someone were to go into your car, program an extra transmitter, this is the one and only system that will actually notify you and let you know that something like that is going on. You got last door arming, auto rearming, starter interrupt functions, ignition override. You have lock with ignition on and off, which is carjacking, or ignition locks, of course. It's pretty straightforward. Open door bypass for ignition locks, so you won't get locked out of the car. You could turn on, off, or mute the confirmation chirps. Arming delay, siren output is all programmable, so you can make it pulse, steady, medium, high, low. Ignition carjack, I think I talked about that. Open door warning. Remote start, you can program the setting for how many times you want it to start. So say if you had this here, now the buttons are kind of like recessed, so you won't have accidental remote starting, but you could program it so you have to hold this button or press it a certain defined amount of times to make the remote start function happen. And you could also do that with the auxiliary channels, which is pretty amazing. It's got horn plus entry illumination and parking lights all built into it, plus you could tie in the headlights so when its alarm goes off it'll be like a disco. It's got a turbo timer, which again is a separate feature for any other alarm system. So save your money right there. That's like 50 bucks. This does automatic transmission, diesels. It has a wait to start, glow plug input, extended crank time. I mean, so you could throw any car you want at this system. It'll handle the job. It's got a tackless, a tack wire, or no tack. This thing will actually learn anyway. So talk about installation ease. Doesn't get any easier than that. Data port protocol. I mean, this thing's just got everything. And plus, if you wanted to add on tilt sensors, mercury sensors, radar sensors, if you wanted to do that iPhone app, I mean, this thing's got you covered. The warranty, the service, for me, no brainer. So I personally give this thing a 10 out of 10. If you're going to buy an alarm, don't do it before you look at this system right here. The 830i7. Love it.